Your search for a perfect dental lab management system ends with Pilot. Pilot is a simple, one-stop shop solution for labs of any size to scale their operations efficiently. In this demo, I'll show you two of the main areas of features that Pilot has. One of them is case processing, another one is all of the CRM tools that we offer. Let's get into it. Let's create a case and see all the tools that Pilot offers to process these cases from start to finish. We'll create a case, and you'll immediately see a lot of things on the screen. The top bar shows you the case number. In Pilot's default convention, the first two digits are a year, then it's a month, and then it's a case number. The case number resets every month. We can customize it for you. On the left pane, you'll see all the case information. Everything in red is required, everything in white is optional. And on the right side, you'll see the main case related things like products or line items, steps, manufacturing steps or additional steps, attachments, scans. In activity, you can message and leave comments, and logs are just event logs for everything that happened on a case. We'll go over the right side in a second. Let's put a patient name. I'll put a demo test. I'll put the case span, and I'll select the doctor. Doctors in Pilot work a little bit differently than they do in other systems. In Pilot, we create a doctor and office as separate entities, and then we add them together. So the same doctor can work on multiple offices at the same time. When we're selecting a doctor, we need to select a specific one, the specific doctor that works under a specific office. In this case, let's select Makita, and two things will pop up immediately. One of them is a doctor warning. A doctor warning is set on doctors, and it's going to be shown every time you select this doctor. Another thing is potential remakes. Pilot automatically identifies remakes based on the patient name and the office that you select. Let's look at this. In this case, I already had a case that I prepared earlier for the same patient, the same doctor, and it had some due date. This is the case. You can go to it, you can open it, and you can see all the line items and all their notation that were on that case. Let's select this as a remake. And you can see here, this will create a remake connection. In Pilot, you can also create connections that are not remakes. This is more useful for multi-phase products like dentures. We'll go back to it in a moment. But you'll see in activity, this is now a linked case. You'll see the case that we're linking from, which case we're linking to, with the patient, doctor, due date, etc. And you can see the same products here. And you can also specify whether it's a remake or not. Let's go back to the left side. We need to select a due date, and you can select a case type. You can tag cases, but we're not going to do any of this right now. We'll show it later. All the doctor notes we put in here. Clinical preferences are going to be added under this. And here you can see that there are 4 selected for this specific doctor, but you can add as many as you want. And on the bottom, you have a default shipping route, where the case is going to be shipped, whether we want to charge shipping or not, and the tracking number. The tracking number will be put automatically based on the shipping route that we're using. We're going to explore it a little bit later. We can also delete the case. That will change the status of the case to deleted, but you'll still be able to access the record of it. On the right side, you see of the top bar, you will see go live and discard. If you discard this case, it basically means you made this case by mistake and you want to get rid of it completely. It will be erased from all the records. Go live means that this entry status will be changed to live. Now, before we go live, let's add a couple products and see how product management works on cases. We'll click add product here, add as many products as we want, and as soon as we click on it, we'll see all the selected products here. And this is our product, and this is the product warning. This is a bad test warning, but this one is better. Don't forget to add a 3D model. So this is just a reminder for myself for what I need to do. When we add these products, you'll see on the left side different clinical preferences, and these are the relevant preferences that the doctor or you selected based on these products. So let me add a couple more. Let's see, we're going to add these two. All the products that we selected are going to be displayed in the line item section. In Pilot, we offer a lot of different customization options in terms of product behavior. For example, here you can see that Arch product, 3D printed model full, and the 3D printed model contact don't have any shade selectable. so it's disabled. These 4 products have their quantity disabled as well. Well, why is that? It's because the quantity is going to be synced to notation, and I'll show how that works in a second. While this product has quantity separate from notation, so these two are not going to be synced. I'll show that in a second as well. Now let's add some notation and see how quantity syncs to it and what the different notation options are. Let's select a line item, and you can see on the right side that the notation graphic is selected, and you can select between abutment, Pontic, or just a regular mode. I can select some crowns here, and that's the graphic selection. If you prefer to just type specific units, and let me type something else for better visibility. If you prefer to just typing it, you can do that as well. Let's add some shades as well. You can add single, 2 shades, and 3 shades. I'm just going to add single for now. Apply it. Let's say there's a stump shade. And that's how you enter these products. Arch products have upper and lower selections as well. So that way you don't have to type upper or lower. You can just select these 2 buttons. And these products have that as well. Now, our last product, like I mentioned, has quantity not synced to notation. As you can see here, for all of these products, the quantity synced automatically. But for this one, no matter what we select, the quantity does not change. And in fact, we can put the quantity to anything we want. Let's say this was a gold product or any sort of appliance where the quantity does not actually depend on notation. You can customize that too. And when I close the graphic and I see all the financial information, it's all synced as well. So you can see notation, there's 6 quantity. This product has quantity of 6 multiplied by rate, and you'll get this number. It's taxed, so this is the total. And all of that is going to be summarized on the subtotals. We add charge for shipping, and this is our total for this case. If I wanted to add a product, sorry, not a product, a discount on a specific product, I can click here, or I can apply a bulk discount, which will add a discount for all of the discountable products. Let's do that. And everything is calculated automatically for us. Now, another thing worth mentioning is that you can specify whether this product is a remake. You can select a remake reason. I don't have any. And you can select original product. Well, where's this original product coming from? It's coming from this linked case. It's coming from a linked case right over here. And let's say I am remaking my bridge product. In that case, I would go back to line items, select it. Where's my bridge product? I don't have a bridge product here, but let's select a crown product. And I can even select which units I'm actually remaking. That's it for line items. Let's move on to steps. And we have 2 types, additional steps and regular steps. Regular steps are your manufacturing tasks. It's everything that is templatized and that need to be done by the time the case is manufactured. These steps are added automatically based on the pre-configured templates that are managed in the production flow. Additional steps, however, are a bit more ad hoc. It's the situations where a doctor missed sending a scan, or they forgot to specify the shade or even what they want on a case. So you can create an additional step that has a pre-configured template. You can change the title, description, you can add a specific due date, and you can select who you're assigning this task to. Once that is created, that person, that assignee, will see in action items that they have additional steps assigned to them. And that way, they know what tasks they need to complete. And I'll show you in a second how to search for all cases that have additional steps on them. Now, let me upload some attachments and scans to show you how those 2 sections work. Now, these are my attachments. I added our privacy policy. This is a PDF file, so you can view it in here. You can print it from here if this was Doctors RX, and you can edit some information about it. Let's close this. This is our terms of service, and these are the pictures of our partners. Now, when it comes to scans, we support multiple scan versions. And let's say I select the first one, which will typically be the scan that comes from iOS, from your scanner portals, if you have the integrations configured. Here you will see the 3D viewer. As you see, it loads pretty fast. You can look at it. You can upload your designs and just message a doctor, which will automatically send an email, and I'll show that in a second. And you can manage all the files that are on that case in here. Now you can also add more scans by clicking upload here. This will create a new scan version, or you can manage all the specific scan files from here. That's it for the details tab. Let's move on to activity. This is the tab where majority of the most relevant and actively changed information is going to be shown. All of the communication goes here, case problems go here, and linked cases go here. When it comes to communication, there are two options. One of them is to communicate with a doctor, another one with anyone on your team. To communicate with your team, you can simply leave comments here. Let's say this is a test comment, and only the lab users will be able to see this, as opposed to a message that will be shown to your doctors. And depending on what your email notification settings are, this message will be sent as an email. Now, some of the cases will have what we call case problems. These are the situations where a case is problematic for some reason. For example, the case did not ship by the due date, the case did not ship by the ship date, specific steps are late, tasks weren't completed on time, etc. All of these problems are going to be identified in here. They're going to be shown. You can resolve all these problems, and you can also search for cases with specific problems. Now that's all for our activity tab. Let's move on to logs. Not that interesting of a tab, but this contains literally every single thing that happened on the case so that you have a log of events that occurred. We track when something happened, who did the action, what exactly was done, what the properties of what was done are, etc. Everything is stored in here. Every single action is tracked. So you always know exactly what happened on the case and who did it. That was the overview of the case before it goes live. Let's click Go Live. Now, when you click Go Live, the case's status changes to live. And if you scroll down, you'll see a bunch of template production steps were added to this case. These steps depend on all of the products that were added. So this is all done automatically. We schedule these steps automatically for you. We assign technicians based on their schedules. We track who was the actual technician that completed the work, when it was started, when it was finished, etc. Instead of using this menu to complete the steps, Pilot provides a separate technicians view that is much better for technicians to look at the steps. Check out our video for the technicians view. Now, when we are done with this case, we can invoice it, we can ship it. If we're not done yet, if we want to outsource it, we can click outsource and select who we want to outsource to. I don't have any options right now. We can also put a case on hold and add hold reasons, or we can print the invoice, work ticket, shipping label, package label, or crown label. For now, the case is not invoiced, so we can't really print an invoice, nor can we print any of these shipping related labels. So let's just print a work ticket. And this is the default work ticket. It has the QR code for the case number. We typically add a QR code for the URL. It has patient, doctor, dates information, what the products are, doctor notes, doctor preferences, anything you need on the work ticket. This is all customizable in our PDF editor, but obviously during onboarding, would customize it for you. If we invoice the case, then we can also print the invoice. This is an example of a default invoice that Pilot provides. Once again, this is all customizable during onboarding or whenever you want in the settings. Now, when we ship the case, if there's any other case that is already shipped to that address, then we'll provide you a smart recommendation system based on your shipping route settings around what shipments it's possible to combine this one into. And you can see you can combine this case's shipping route, you can use the current case's shipping route, you can create individual shipment, you can do whatever you want. But let's say we want to combine into this case, I just click select, and let's see, this tracking number ends with 1948, we select, and the shipment was successfully combined. We can see the tracking number in here. We can track its status, and it gives you a pop-up here, shipper created a label, but UPS has not received the package yet. It's because we haven't actually shipped anything physically. You can change the ship date, you can change the invoice date, everything is changeable. Now, that's processing one case. But what if you need to create a workflow? What if you need to create a list of cases for somebody to go over based on specific conditions? Currently, labs use things like Google Sheets, Asana, Monday, Trello, Pipefy, what have you. But Pilot offers this functionality natively. Let me show it. Now let's look at our cases table. This is where all Pilot cases are going to be. If you want to customize which columns are displayed, you can simply disable them from here or enable them back. If you want to filter by specific things, you can use either our quick filters. Here, I can select a specific doctor, an office, type in a patient or case span, change the status, select the range of due dates, when the case was created, if it has any unread messages or has additional steps, etc. Alternatively, if I want to search by something a bit more complicated than the provided fields, I can do that with advanced filters. Pilot provides a very powerful search functionality. Not only can you search for specific properties, you can also combine them in various filter groups. For example, in this group, I want to search for all cases that are status live and that have a product called CRM product. As you can see on the background, it automatically filtered everything for me. But let's say I want to search for multiple groups. Let's say I want to search for properties in this group or properties in another group. So I want to search for cases that have a status live and that have a specific product. But what if I want to search for cases that have a status shipped and they are from a specific doctor? As soon as I select it, as you can see in the background, the filter view applies automatically for you. And not only that, you can also save these filter views and you can either have it shared with everybody or you can have them as private. Let's say I want to share with everybody and I say Nikita's cases. I save it and it's automatically applied. Once I change it, we can go back to it here as well. And the filter view will be applied automatically. This powerful feature allows you to ditch all of your third-party tools and create workflows natively in Pilot. Now let's look at some of the client relationship management tools that Pilot provides. Majority of our CRM tools are located under clients. This is our doctors page where you can see which offices this doctor works at, which prices they're assigned, which billing account, if they have any client portal usernames, etc. You can create custom prices for specific products. These are going to be prices that are outside of your regular price lists. And you can also change and manage clinical preferences. This is our office page where you can set the shipping address, specify what tax area and default shipping route belong to this office, and see which doctors work in this office. Now, billing accounts are a bit more interesting. Pilot provides a lot of flexibility in terms of billing your clients. Now, when you create a billing account, you can select any structure you want. You can bill specific doctors, you can bill all the doctors in one office, or you can create one bill for the whole office group. In addition to it, you can also select the structure of your clients in the accounting system. Do you want one bill for the whole account, or do you want separate bill for each of the doctors in the office or the office group? This is how our client portal looks like right now. You have all the outstanding invoices, the upcoming shipments. If I expand this, you can see all the cases that go in that shipment, and I can also check the shipment status, which will give you notification here. I can see all the messages on specific cases that were not read yet, and I can see all the cases and all the cases that are on hold and why they're on hold. Now, if I want to view this case as a doctor, I'll be able to see majority of the information, but not everything. I won't be able to change anything. I won't be able to have any actions except printing some things. If you have your client portal configured to not show the financial information, this will not be available for display. I'll be able to see all the attachments, all the scans, and upload others if I need to. I'm also going to be able to see the activity and all of the messages that came from the lab side, and I can mark them as read. And to streamline client communication, we offer various email templates that are based on specific triggers. For example, for sending messages, the subject of the email is going to be case message sent, and this is the body of the email. We provide all these templates in our documentation. You can also select the frequency with which you want to send these emails. You can select the instant, which means that as soon as you hit enter on sending a message, the email will be generated instantly. You can provide a summary, like a daily, weekly, or monthly summary, in case you don't want to spam your doctor with a bunch of emails. If you're interested to start a free trial, please let us know by clicking the button below or checking the link in the description for this video. Thank you.